everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
On Halloween, I was served with custody papers. And when I got the papers, like, my heart dropped because I felt like, damn, my baby daddy's really trying to take my child away from me. And I was kind of confused because for 15 years, my daughter's 15, I have had both legal and physical custody of my daughter. My baby daddy's name isn't even on my daughter's birth certificate. And honestly, I don't even think my daughter's father has ever had a copy or even seen her birth certificate. And he doesn't know her social security number because he never claimed her on his taxes. And whenever I did co-parent with him and I received some sort of, physical or financial help, it was always like sporadic help. You know what I'm saying? It was never like consistent help. He was never the daddy to like be there 100% and put in the work and help me raise her. So when I got the paperwork, I was really confused and like scared and just like, oh my God. But then I had to like stop, sit down and calm down and really figure out the timeline and figure out how I got here. So again, I was served with custody papers on Halloween. That's October of 2025. Now, early 2025, like January, February, my baby daddy was served with child support papers. Initially, the papers were mailed to his mama's house, but he does not live there. So child support tracked him down and then reserved him child support papers August of 2025. So August, he got served child support. September, October, I got hit with custody papers. Okay. So then I was like, okay, the timeline makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like now I know why he's doing what he's doing. Okay. So I sat down and I started looking at all the documents. Here go the documents. This is how thick everything is. Okay. So I'm sitting here flipping through all of this shit, right? And finally I get to his declaration. In his declaration, he says that he has not seen his daughter since 2020 because I alienated him from his child. That's 5 years because remember, I got served in 2025. So he has not seen his daughter in 5 years. He said I alienated him from his daughter because he broke up with me, got in a new relationship. And when he got in a new relationship, I became extremely jealous and took his child away from him. He says he has not seen his daughter. He did not know where she lived. He did not know where she went to school. He did not have my phone number because I changed it. He said my mama changed her number, and he also said he could not contact anyone in my family because whenever he tried to reach out to find his child, my people would always like ignore him or block him. Okay, that's all in the declaration. Now I'm reading the declaration like, damn, this baby mama sound jealous and bitter as fuck. But I'm like, hold on, bitch, that's you. Like the declaration is about you. I was like, shit, I sound bitter. I was like, damn, he ain't seen his kid. And then he said the reason why it took him 5 years to try to gain some sort of custody is because initially when I alienated him from his child, he was distraught and he didn't know what to do and he was so hurt. But now he knows what to do, so now he's fighting for some sort of custody. Okay, cool. So then I looked through the paperwork or whatever, and then I found out when our court date was. We just went to court yesterday, January 8th. All right, bam, we go to court, right? He pulls up to court. It's him, his mama, his sister, and his attorney. He hired an attorney for this. Cool. You know what I'm saying? They walk in the courtroom. He walked in with them, and he just covered in fucking lies. Okay, cool. I walk in the courtroom, it's just me and my mama. But please understand, I'm moving with my mama, which means I'm moving with a whole motherfucking army behind me and in front of me and on both sides of me. You know what I'm saying? I step into the courtroom covered in prayer, truth, and I'm stepping into the courtroom with my ancestors and all of the women in my bloodline who came before me. Please, if you don't know what that means, I ain't got time to explain it to you, baby. Just let it go over your head. You know what I'm saying? But please understand, I'm moving with my ancestors. I get up in the courtroom, straight out the gate. His attorney is like, oh, well, she alienated, him from his child because this and that, and he didn't see his kids for 5 years, blah, blah, blah. He stopped talking. Now the judge looks at me, it's my turn to talk. I said, oh, baby, it's my time to shine. You know what I'm saying? I said, in the declaration, he states he has not seen his daughter since 2020. He didn't know where she lived. He didn't know where she went to school, and I changed my number. But I have text messages and screenshots on my phone right now that showed that we were in communication 2020, 2021, 2022. He knew where our daughter went to school because I sent him pictures of our daughter on the volleyball team. He also knew where our daughter went to school because his sister used to pick her up from school in Santa Monica. She went to a private school. Also, he was in contact with her in 2020 because I got text messages and photos of his mama hitting me up saying, thank you so much for letting her come over for Valentine's Day. I said, here's the picture of my daughter at his mama's house with his nephew. February 14th, 2022, they was baking cookies for Valentine's Day. Also, he knew where we lived because I used to live in the same spot for 23 years. I moved in that apartment in 2000. And I lived there all the way until 2023. I just moved April of 2023. Here go those receipts right here. He knew where I stayed because our daughter was born in 2010. I have lived in the same location for 23 years. Everybody who knows me always knew where I stayed. Everybody knew where I stayed. I lived there since the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to live on Avalon and Century. If you're from LA, you know on Avalon and Century, there's a McDonald's on the corner. Right next to that McDonald's is some apartment buildings. I used to live in those apartment buildings. He was always in contact with me. I used to show him pictures of, our daughter, and he would never respond. Also, put the icing on a cake. I hit him up and told him, whenever your girl is ready to meet our daughter, she can. I just got to meet her first to make sure she cool people, and then it's a go. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all good to go. He hit me back and said, my girl ain't ready for that. Oh, okay. Long story short, he walked out the courtroom. No custody, no visitation, no nothing. I walked out that motherfucker, still the big dog, bitch. I still have legal and physical custody of my daughter. Also, I have told the judge, my daughter also has stated that now she doesn't even want any contact, any relationship with him. So what the fuck? What we talking about? And now you still got to pay child support, bitch. What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a text keeper. If I could, I'll keep me a text from like 1981. Play with somebody else will never play with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a screenshotter from way back. Also, what did I say in the beginning of this? I'm stepping on my ancestors. And put the cherry on the cake. He's trying to get custody of a child. I flipped through these papers. I saw my daughter's name. He's trying to get custody of a kid. Her legal name was wrong on these documents. What did I say in the beginning of this video? I don't even think he's ever even seen the birth certificate. Yeah. Play with somebody else. Please don't ever play with someone who's prayed up, who's moving in truth, who's moving in strength. I said I'm stepping with all the women who came before me in my bloodline. My women ain't nothing to be played with. You know what I'm saying? My bloodline ain't nothing to be played with, to be truthful. This is the message, though. If you're a woman and you're dealing with a man and that man tells you he can't do A, B, and C for his kids because the baby mama is bitter and she jealous of you and their relationship, please know that he's a fucking liar. And if you believe him, you a stupid ass, weak ass, loser ass bitch. Also, if you a baby daddy and you moving foul towards your baby mama, you will not prosper in this life. You will fail because that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You don't do your kids wrong. That goes for both men and women. You don't do your kids foul. You don't move like that because your children are an extension of you. That's you, just in a better form. When you fuck your kids over, you're going against law, baby. Not only like the law, but actually God's law. You fucking playing. Play if you want to. You will never prosper doing your kids wrong. So now he somewhere over there, my baby daddy in Inglewood, no custody, no visitation, no nothing, and still got to pay the child support and the back pay. Don't ever play with me. Thank you so much for watching. Until every single mama out there, pop your shit. That's it. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye. Whenever I would ask my daughter's father for help, he would always respond in two ways. The first way, he would say, we'll see. The second way is my favorite. He would say, you wanted to be single, do it on your own. What? What? Huh? Society tells us baby mamas are the most jealous and bitter people on the planet. But actually, society lied because society never tells us the truth. And the truth is, the most jealous and bitter person on the planet is a baby daddy who you don't want to be with, a baby daddy who you broke up with. And low key, they're also like some of the most dangerous people on the planet. Okay, I gave birth to my daughter when I was 22 years old. I met my daughter's father when I was 16. He was 17, and we were in a relationship from about 16, 17 years old until about 22, 23 years old. The relationship was going through a lot. We had a lot of red flags, and at that time my daughter's father was really dealing with alcoholism. He has always had a problem with drinking, and I just felt like, yo, this is not a relationship that I want to raise my baby in, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to end the relationship. But I still knew, like, we have a child together and we still have to show up for the baby, and we have to, you know, work together to give the baby girl the best life that we can, even though we separated. But anytime I would ask him for help, and I would always ask him for things that will directly benefit our child, my child, his child, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would ask for diapers. I never asked for formula because I breastfed my daughter for 2 years straight. I would ask for clothes, shoes, socks, and then she started school and she went to a private school. So I was asking for a private school tuition. That directly benefits our child. Then she became a competitive gymnast when she was 6 years old. And then she, you know, trained at a facility, you know, like at first it was like once a week, then twice a week. And then she started training 3-4 times a week. And I was asking for gymnastics tuition. Anytime I would ask for something, he would always say, we'll see. And I was really confused because I'm like, what we finna see? Like, she's shitting today. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we got to see, the tuition is due today. And my favorite thing he would say is, you wanted to be single, do it on your own. And I was mind blown because I'm like, yo, I just didn't want to be with you. But what does that have to do with you providing for your child? And I was, again, asking for things that directly benefited her. Like, I can't wear no diapers. You know what I'm saying? I have no desire to go to a private school. I'm not being educated that way. I'm not flipping my little brown ass in the gym. Like, these are not things that benefit me. Like, I don't even got to touch the money. You can directly pay these institutions. You can pay the private school. You can pay gymnastics. You can even, like, go buy the diapers and drop them off at my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to touch the money. But he was always saying, you wanted to be single, do it on your own. And I remember it feeling like I had a word for it, but I never wanted to say it because it sounded crazy. It felt it, my Lord. It felt like jealousy. But I was like, whoa, how can this man be jealous? You know what I'm saying? Like, my daughter's father is very, very, very financially privileged. He grew up in a city here in LA County called Baldwin Hills. If you're not from LA, let me just break down Baldwin Hills really quickly to y'all. Baldwin Hills is literally known as the Black Beverly Hills out here in LA. It is black, predominantly, well, not anymore, but back in the day, predominantly black homes, affluent black families, wealth. Okay, that's where he grew up, in a beautiful $1 million home, 2 parents in a household. And not to like downplay my whole situation, but I'm just a girl from Compton, honestly. I was born in Linwood. I was raised in Compton. And I came from a 2-parent household too, but in my high school years, my parents divorced. And also, I grew up with a lot of childhood trauma. And I just kind of remember thinking like, yo, why would this privileged man be jealous of me? Like, I was working at Ross at the time, making like $11 an hour when my daughter was younger and she was a competitive gymnast. And, you know, I was like, why would he be jealous of me? Like, little old me, like, you know, like, this dude is really privileged. He had his passport and he was traveling out the country every summer when he was a child. I didn't get my passport till my 30s. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at different levels. So I'm like, I never wanted to call it for what it was until one day. For my daughter's 10th birthday, we, as in my mother and I, decided to surprise her with a trip to Hawaii. That was a big deal, especially from a kid, for like a kid like me. I'm from the hood, like literally from the fucking hood. This is no pretend. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that girl that's like, I want to be down. Sometimes I really wish I was like a valley girl with like a valley girl accent and like drank matcha. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not who I am. So for me and my mom to be able to take my daughter to Hawaii, that was a big deal. So we took my daughter to Hawaii for her 10th birthday. And I remember like texting pictures to our people, you know, our cousins, you know, my daughter's uncle, and everybody hitting us back like, okay, period. I see her. Again, that's a big deal for me, for my cousins, for my people, because we didn't get shit like that for our 10th birthday. Now, I text pictures and videos of our daughter to her father, okay? And it's videos of her zip lining, videos of her dining at nice restaurants, pictures of her on the beach in Hawaii. I remember I sent that shit off. We got iPhone, so you can see when it's delivered. I remember 1 hour went by, no response. Okay, cool, maybe he busy. 3 hours went by, no response. Damn. He got I'm checking the phone, he got it. You know what I'm saying? Did he get it? A whole day went by, no response. Damn. Check my phone. I'm checking my phone like we still fucking. Like, why you not responding? 2 days went by, no response. I hit him back. I hit him up. I hit him back like, yo, why you ain't respond to the pictures I sent you? He texts back and said, because I was jealous. Oh. Everything clicked in that moment. I said, oh my God, you've been jealous this whole time. You've been trying to make it difficult for me this whole time. Like, you knew I could really step, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you purposefully tried to make it difficult for me because you knew, like, I could step. You knew what I was capable of. You probably seen shit in me that I didn't even see in myself at that time. Now I'm stepping. Like, I'm a big stepper now. But back then, I'm like, damn, like, you really, you knew that. Like, so when I was asking for diapers and you was like buying your homeboys weed and shit and really, you know, popping your shit, traveling, like, you was all in Thailand, you know, living your life. And I was like struggling to buy diapers and clothes, and you was really trying to give me a hard time. You've been jealous this whole time. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, we got our passports, and for her 14th birthday, you know, not to flex on anybody, but she, you know, she went to Paris or whatever, and he found that out, and now I get hit with custody papers, and a lot of things are coming to light. But you've been a hater this whole time, and what I was feeling back then was actually like, that shit was legit. I just should have tapped into it and paid attention to it. Yeah, so anywho, society tells us baby mamas are the most bitter and jealous people on the planet, but really the most jealous and bitter and angry people on the planet are the baby daddy that you don't want to be with anymore. And because you don't want to be with him, he's going to purposefully make your life hell because he know that you can really step. So his goal is to make you fucked up, make you stressed out, because he knows, like, even being in your life and making that shit hell, he knows you will actually do better if you just cut ties with that motherfucker. So yeah, do with that information, you know, do whatever you want with it. That's my story. Thank you for watching and listening. Until next time, bye.
Hey, what to do, everyday people, man? Make sure y'all check me out on Twitch. We live on Twitch every day. We live on YouTube right now too, so you know we lit over there too. Hey, man, I just want to disagree with her for 1 second because baby daddies are not the most jealous person on the planet. Your baby daddy is the most jealous person on the planet, okay? My thing is, I'd be happy to see my kids having experiences. But one thing is, you know, as a father of all girls, seeing them have experiences, but most importantly, wanting to have experiences with them myself, which I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't able to take my kids nowhere as they were small. So when I could do stuff with them now as they're bigger, we get to do a lot more while they're bigger, which is fine. Did it ever make me jealous? It would never make me jealous. I don't know. Why would it make you jealous? Cause one thing I could say, um, just as a father, not raising my kids now. Don't get it twisted. Child support paid up, dog. But to not raise my kids when the mother has my kids all the time, mothers having the kids and the fathers not having them, y'all not stopping no motion from either party. The father's not stopping anything, and the mother's not stopping anything. You know, so a lot of it just do be bitterness from either party. Um, mothers do be bitter. Mothers do be bitter, but they don't have to be jealous. Fathers be bitter because they don't get to see their kids. If y'all don't understand that there are more fathers who can and will be actively present in their kids' lives, but they have to deal with a bitter baby mama who is mad that he moved on. And they will do anything to stop that. Now, I'm not saying that what her baby daddy is doing is not the truth, because obviously it is the truth, and I've seen it. And that's one reason why I don't want to date no woman with no kids, because y'all got some sorry ass baby daddies who don't take care of y'all kids. If you don't believe me, look at the statistics of how many men don't take care of their kids. You'll be surprised, and you'll be like, and at my age, I've been through so many relationships where I've dated women with kids, and I'm like, now I'm like, you know what? F his kids. I'll take care of mine, but I don't want to take care of yours. I don't care how many damn kids I got. I want a woman with no kids. Because why would I sacrifice my happiness because your baby daddy don't want to take care of his damn kids? Because he's over there jealous and he over there bitter because you done moved on. And it's and you picked him. You decided to have a kid by that fool. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, and one thing is, you know, women, y'all got the worst judge of character in the world. Niggas be out here whole dirtbags, don't be taking care of none of their kids. Y'all go have a baby with them and then expect something different. It's called insanity. Okay? Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's his first kid, if it's his first kid, you don't know that. You don't know you don't know how he gonna be, and then it turns out that he a deadbeat, and then his parents enabled him. His parents and his sister enabled him. Behind every deadbeat baby daddy is a sorry ass mama and a sorry ass sister. It's like even still, it's still some sorry ass. It's a woman. It's a woman behind a deadbeat man. It don't even matter if it's the you know. But it sucks though, you know. One thing you could do, it sounds like first I was thinking like maybe he don't got money, but then she was like he came from a well-to-do family, you know what I mean? But then that don't mean that he had it. But then when she was like he was going from trips to trips all his life and stuff like that, well maybe he had it, but his parents had it, but he ain't have it. You know, they be fake, men be faking and fronting too. So when they be faking and fronting, you just gotta weed that out. And once they start paying child support, then you just gotta, you know, just let it be what it's gonna be. Do I think that she should continue to keep the kid away? You know, probably not. Try to build a relationship, and somehow, even if it's, you know, monthly visits, you know, dinner sometime. They don't have to, you know, the kid 14, 15, she don't have to spend a night. But just to know the father, they gotta create a relationship as they get older. They don't got to, but it's always helpful. You know what I'm saying? Some people have seasons in their life. You know, people go through seasons. People change. You know what I mean? My grandma. I was about to say something. She. You know why your grandma all in the church? Your grandma all in the church because she was once throwing that thing in a circle, you know what I'm saying, for a real one. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Charles. So now she trying to get to heaven. So she changed her life. It took her some time, but she got it together. So sometimes people they don't get it together till later on in life. So we can't just hold people to a certain standard. Some people get it later in life. I know another person. I know another person who had babies all over the damn city, but still he became a great father. He became a great he became a better great grandfather or better grandfather. He became a better grandfather. And then to his younger kids, he was even better because he went through the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, sometimes you gotta give these people time to grow and learn. But obviously, he didn't grow. After 15 years, is obviously he didn't grow. We not talking about him specifically. We just talking in general. Some people need time to grow. They might be immature when they have a baby, and they gotta grow. And that's just what it is. That's my TED talk.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.